This is Group 4 and we will be presenting on the monkeypox virus. Our group consists of the following members: Maleka Lalloo, Breanna Smith, Rochelle Martin, Jadean Nelson, and Breana Whyte.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Primetime News and I'm your host, Jadean Nelson. Our top story for today, monkeypox. Is it scary? Is it dangerous? Or does it sound like something from a jungle cartoon? Let's find out. Over to you, Rochelle.
Thank you, Jadean. Currently, we're here at the zoo. Don't worry, the monkeys aren't plotting against us. Monkeypox is a rare virus that spreads through close contact. It might cause a fever, chills, or a rash, but no need to worry, it's not the end of the world. Hopefully. Miss, what are your thoughts on the monkeypox virus?
When me first hear about monkeypox, me the think say one of the animal then they go up a zoo. You see all my daughter, me make sure say she wash her hand 100 times a day, Me not take no chance. It better me safe than me sorry.
I'm now here with Sandra, a student of this institution. Tell me, what do you know about the monkeypox virus?
Monkeypox, that's all like a video game, boss. But my mommy said it's a sickness, and I don't want no rashes, so I'll wash my hands. Can I go back and play?
Thank you, Rochelle. And at this time, we'll be having an epidemiologist, Dr. Maleka Lalloo, from the Southern Regional Health Authority, who will be giving us more insight on monkeypox. Over to you, Dr. Lalloo.
Good evening, and thank you so much, Jadean, for giving me the opportunity to share this important update on monkeypox, otherwise known as MPOX. Now, MPOX is a viral infection caused by the mpox virus, which is a part of the same family as the smallpox virus. Over the past few months, we've been monitoring an increase in the cases, and we want the public to understand how the infection spreads and how to protect themselves. Mpox is primarily spread through close physical contact, particularly skin-to-skin contact with someone who has the characteristic rash or lesion. It can also spread through contact with contaminated items such as bedding, clothing, or towels. Passing someone on the street does not pose a high risk. The signs and symptoms often include fever, chills, headache. The rashes go through several stages. So when they first appear, it might look flat, right? And then it moves on to blisters and scabs before healing. So most persons will recover within 2 to 4 weeks. However, some individuals with weakened immune systems, such as young children and pregnant persons, may be more vulnerable to severe illness. In order to prevent monkeypox, this involves avoiding direct contact with anyone who has a suspicious rash and practicing proper hand hygiene. So we just want to encourage everyone to stay informed and take the necessary steps and precautions to keep safe.
Thank you to our team. Remember, monkeypox, it may sound wild, but with caution and care, it's nothing we can't handle. Stay safe, stay smart, and don't forget, up next, a new story about the dog who learned how to skateboard.
The objectives are overview of the monkeypox virus, global impact, morphology, statistical findings, laboratory identification, the use of AI in research, and the recommendations for further study. In this presentation, the overview will be done by Jadean Nelson, the global impact by Maleka Lalloo, morphology by Breana Whyte, statistical findings by Rochelle Martin, laboratory identification by Breanna Smith, use of AI in research Jadean Nelson, and recommendations for further study by Breanna Smith.
What is monkeypox? Monkeypox is a rare viral zoonotic disease which is caused by the monkeypox virus, and this is a member of the orthopox virus genus. Monkeypox was first identified in the laboratory in 1958, and the first human case was in Congo in 1970. Symptoms of monkeypox are fever, chills, and headaches, muscle aches and backache, swollen lymph nodes, a rash that progresses from macules to pustules and scabs. Prevention of monkeypox. Avoid contact with potentially infected animals. Practice good hygiene, such as regular hand washing. Use personal protective equipment. Ways monkeypox can be transmitted. Monkeypox can be transmitted through direct contact with an infected animal, such as rodents. It can also be transmitted through contact with contaminated objects such as bedding or clothing, and it can also be transmitted through human-to-human transmission. So touching rats or human or bedding, you can catch monkeypox.
Looking at how monkeypox has evolved since the 2022 outbreak, it is clear that the disease has moved far beyond what it used to be. It was once considered a regional zoonotic infection, but now it is a major global concern. A large review that covered cases from 1958 to 2024 showed that by mid-2024, there were over 102,997 confirmed cases and 223 deaths across 121 countries. This was mainly driven by a high transmissible Clade 2b variant. One of the reasons it spread so widely is the decline in population immunity after routine smallpox vaccination ended. This left a gap that monkeypox was able to exploit, especially through close human-to-human contact in social and sexual networks. Clinically, the symptoms are still familiar: fever, rashes, swollen lymph nodes, but recent outbreaks have shown more complications, meaning treatment and management require stronger global coordination. The pressure on the healthcare system has been intense, with many countries having to scale up testing, tracing, and isolation, while difference in healthcare resources continue to affect outcomes in lower income regions. The global response hasn't been equal either. There has been issues with vaccine access, limited antiviral availability, and gaps in surveillance systems. On top of that, the virus is still evolving, with genetic studies showing ongoing adaptation that could affect diagnostic and possibly severity. Overall, monkeypox has highlighted how vulnerable our public health systems can be, exposed the inequalities between countries, and reminded us that zoonotic diseases remain a constant evolving threat. Long-term control will depend on stronger global cooperation, better access to vaccines and treatments, and more reliable surveillance networks.
The morphology of the monkeypox virus. The monkeypox virus is a large brick-shaped virus belonging to the arthropox genus, the same group as smallpox. It has a complex structure which is more elaborate than most viruses. At its center, it has a linear, double-stranded DNA genome, which is enclosed inside a dense core surrounded by a protective core wall. On either side of the core are lateral bodies, which function by containing enzymes and proteins that the virus needs to immediately infect a cell. Around the core is an inner membrane, and the entire particle is wrapped around an outer envelope that helps the virus to enter the host cells. The surface of the virus has tubules and structural proteins that gives it stability and allows it to interact with host cell surfaces. Overall, the monkeypox virus has multiple layers, which includes the core, membranes, tubules, lateral bodies, and enzymes, making it durable and highly capable of surviving in an environment while initiating an infection.
Now, I will be discussing the statistical findings of the monkeypox virus. Over the past 2 years, there has been more than 100,000 confirmed cases of monkeypox globally, with North and South America contributing to the largest amount of cases, being 48.4%, accompanied by Africa being 25.2%, and Europe being 21%. The dynamics of the outbreak changed when Clade IB, a new and distinct strain of the virus, emerged from the Democratic Republic of Congo in late 2023 and was exported to other countries. Several African countries reported active transmission of the virus through 2024 to 2025, while sporadic cases and small clusters were reported in other regions. In Jamaica particularly, only one confirmed case has been reported in the country in 2025, while in the Caribbean, 167 cases have been reported overall.
Now we will be moving on to the laboratory identification. When a person contracts the monkeypox virus, then there is a test that can be done. This test is known as the RT-PCR. In this test, a medical personnel will vigorously swab skin lesions or gather the crust of the skin lesions. Then it will be sent to a specialized lab where the virus material is extracted. The RT-PCR then amplifies the DNA sequences unique to the monkeypox virus. So this simply means that the RT-PCR highlights or makes the virus more visible and easier to identify. Another test that can be done is the serology test. Though it's not as efficient, it can be used to test for past infections and genome sequences that track outbreaks.
AI was used in this research, but first, what does AI stands for? AI stands for Artificial Intelligence, and these are machines equipped to do smart stuff just like human. ChatGPT was used as an AI in this research, and ChatGPT is an AI language model that was used to generate a list of significant emerging infectious diseases. It was also used to summarize complex information, narrowing it down to topic options. Monkeypox is an re-emerging disease with recent outbreaks and ongoing scientific research.
Now we will be moving on to recommendations for further research. Further research is very important worldwide. Therefore, a few recommendations can be made. Number 1, closely monitor and isolate the genetic material of the monkeypox virus, such as clade 1b. This helps to determine if the virus develops in ways that reduces vaccine effectiveness. Number 2, conduct studies on the duration and viability of the monkeypox virus in bodily fluids, such as oropharyngeal discharge, so that can be snot as well as wastewater. Number 3, implement the One Health approach. The One Health approach is basically the connection between humans, animals, and their environment. So this would help to identify the specific host animals that carries the disease. Number 4, test the safety of antiviral drugs against immunocompromised individuals. So that can be pregnant persons, neonatals, etc. The implementation of KAP or knowledge, attitudes, and practices can be implemented to reduce the stigma surrounding persons who are affected by the virus.